Safaree!
Can you see?
Yes, I see you.
She had to take a commercial break with the baby real quick. She's
That's
coming.
okay. Well, we got you, so you sit on there because I know we got a lot for you. Come on over here. Now, listen, I had Dr. Oz on earlier in the week, right? And
Yeah.
he talked about he has a lot to say. He has a lot to say. Okay, so we talked about love and relationship and all that stuff. And so we talked about how men are always wanting. A lot of times they want more than women do. How many times do you think it needs to happen to make you happy? Does it have to happen every day, or it just need to happen every week?
I don't think it gotta happen every day. I feel like it's more of like a feel in the mood kind of thing. Depends on what's going on in the house. Depends on what's going on in your life.
Yeah.
Depends on if the baby's gonna let you do it or not.
The baby is young. You can do it. You can do it right now with the baby. When they get older, when like 2 years old, and they tiptoe in there, that's the problem.
Yeah, well, every time the baby starts crying and screaming,
Yeah.
she leaves me to go to the baby, so I'm left on red.
Well, listen, Safaree, are you getting up in the middle of the night? At least you rocking the baby. You guys are taking turns. No, you ain't. I can tell right now. You lying like hell. You like, no, you ain't. You
Yeah.
ain't taking no turns. Y'all need to take turns.
She don't believe that I get up in the middle of the night and take turns.
Oh my God, yes.
You do that. Greg used to do that too. You got to do it. You're going to burn with the baby.
Sometimes he goes all the night and I just get to sleep.
I change diapers and all of that.
So listen, take this out. Sorry, what are your sisters thinking? Because you're the only like boy. Are they loving the baby?
Oh, my sisters, they love her. They love her more than they love me. Yeah.
Yes. So I got to tell you, I'm dropping a single on Wednesday, and
What kind of single?
I'm rapping in this one now.
Whoa.
It couldn't drop today because of people are not at work. A lot of people aren't there to these streaming platforms like Tidal and Apple. And blah, blah. They send us an email saying by Wednesday. So it may be on some places now, may not be. But what is the name of your single?
I just dropped an album. It's called Straight. 10 songs, 11 with a bonus. And, I was on a crazy promo run tour for, but then the corona just came and shut everything down. And, but I'm still working it. I'm still going to be shooting videos and all that kind of stuff. You want to switch sides?
Mm-hmm. So who are some of the producers on your album, Safaree?
Ricky Blaze. Mainly I was working with Ricky Blaze, Mr. I Feel Free, and my boy Travis Crates. I'm very big on like working with people that I have good relationships with, people who are like good people. I don't really like to just work with people or just because they got a hype name and then when I meet them, they don't have no soul and they kind of look empty in their eyes.
Right. But you have a relationship with these people, so they know the vibe that you want, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm more on the, like, I want you to feel like you're in Jamaica. I want you to be in the Caribbean. I want the island vibe. Where y'all from?
I'm originally from Queens, New York, but I was raised in Georgia. Greg is from Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
You ever heard of Grady Hospital? You ever heard of Grady Hospital?
Yeah.
I'm a Grady baby.
Grady.
Yeah,
you ever heard of Grady High School?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I heard too.
I didn't go there, but I just heard of it.
No. So, Safaree, how long were you in New York? Because you're really from the island.
No, I was in New York for practically my whole life. But I was in New York back and forth between Brooklyn and Jamaica. So, like, I would spend, like, the school year in New York.
Yeah. And
then as soon as June would come, I would go straight to Jamaica, and then I would be in Jamaica for the whole summer. And I was back and forth, like, growing up.
That's how I was. I would be in Georgia in school, and as soon as school let out, I had to go straight back to Queens, New York, Cambridge Heights.
Yeah.
So I was between both places, between my family.
So Queens is your vacation? Queens, New York?
For the summer, that's where my mom lived, in Queens, yes. In Cambridge Heights. 229th and Linden, to be exactly. So, you know what I'm saying? Me and you kind of the same. We grew up kind of like. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of one of those kids. I went back and forth.
We got Blanket here.
So, Safaree, what part of Jamaica are you from?
A place called Hanover. Hanover.
What is that near?
Pondside. It's in Montego Bay.
Okay.
Lucy.
I know Montego Bay.
Yeah. So it's mainly it's like a town that's in Montego Bay, but it's a very small place that if you're not from there, you're not really gonna be familiar with the place.
Okay.
You ever heard of Scotchies?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Gotcha. We went there. That's fine. So, Eric, I got to ask you, are you going to do the show again? Are you going to continue to do the reality show?
What, Love and Hip Hop?
Hold up, look. This is what I wanted to tell you one thing. So, I would like for you could just holler at VH1 and just buy us out the contract, and then we're going to start filming on Bravo.
Okay. Y'all want to do, hold on now. Wait. We might be talking about something. Y'all want to do just YouTube. Your life.
I feel like we need to mix and dibble and dabble. We need to mix and dibble and dabble. It don't gotta be just us.
Safaree will do. He loves reality.
You wouldn't want to do the life of the Samuels.
He loves reality too. He'll be a housewife if you let him.
You be over here arguing with us, baby.
He loves reality too. He loves doing it. I think Safaree, that's one thing I love about him is that he just kind of makes the best out of everything, literally. Where, reality to me, it's like, as much as you want to like let things go, sometimes it's hard to because.
Yeah, she holds on to everything. Like, I don't, like, once I'm done filming, I'm done. I don't film and then hold on to it past filming.
Because you're a guy.
I think for me
it's because I look at myself as being real and raw. And to me, there's a lot of individuals that come into this and they aren't that. So
yeah, they come in trying to start some shit.
Yeah, trying to be something they're not, and it's just like, wait, off camera you're not this, but on camera you're this. So it's just for me, it's like it's just certain things that I tend to like discuss after the cameras are off that he doesn't like, and I'm just like, well,
I'm the same, Erica. We might be the same in that area. And Safaree is a guy.
There's a lot of people that come here, they like to play victim. They like to have this whole, whole story. It's just like whatever.
Do you enjoy it?
She loves it.
No, I don't. I do not. I don't love it. I've been doing it for 13 years. I'm over it. No.
We got to do a medical move right quick.
We're so good.
We got to do a medical adjustment. So
I think people get it confused as that we're good at being ourselves. So it comes. I mean, obviously, you go into it, you love it, you do it, whatever. But, you're just so good at being yourself. People tend to think like this is something you want to do forever.
Yeah, it's emotional for me.
You're like one reality person that has crossed over in so different ways. Like I always wanted to act and all that stuff, but it wasn't until I saw you like doing your Broadway stuff, your ABC show, that I was like, oh, so even though they try to keep you under the umbrella of reality, you can branch out. It's just very hard for us to. Even when
it is very hard.
Even when you're talented. And that's, one thing that it's hard, but at the same time it's possible. So
it's very hard.
So much credit in that because that's something that has not been done for someone to do reality and scripted and then Broadway.
It's hard. Yeah, I did. But you know what I must say? I'm telling you, doing Broadway, doing scripted, doing any of those things weren't easy for me. It was very hard for me. And being in where we come from, as soon as you walk through the door, they looking at you like, is she finna start an argument? You looking at them like, that's not even who I am.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's exactly what happens. They kind of
stereotype you.
They box you into like, okay, you come with this drama. And it's just like, there's different productions, there's different cameras. And like my girl Deanna, who like holds down my whole fort. That's one person I'm always like, I want to be the next Nene Leaks. I want to do this too. Like Nene did it, I can do it. So
it ain't easy. Girl, let me tell you something. They try to block it. People try to block everything. This business is not nice. It's nasty.
It's not. And then like, when you are doing the thing, that's when the reality stuff comes at you more.
Hey Greg, you wanna meet me at a bar somewhere while these two talk?
No, you and Greg are the same people. I promise. I can tell you.
We got have some salsa water at a bar.
Yeah, we can. My biggest problem right now.
Aspirations and their accomplishments.
My
But to answer your question,
You answered it.
no, but she asked if I'm going to do it again.
Safaree, I'm serious when I ask you, will you guys do a show of your own? I'm not saying you can't still go back and play over at Love and Hip Hop, but you don't want to do your own thing, the life of.
Honestly, I would love to do that. I just feel like
it's just expensive.
The networks, networks like
VH1.
VH1.
It's expensive.
No, the truth is, networks like VH1 and so on, they've given other reality stars their own show, and because it doesn't do well, they assume that the ones that do deserve it shouldn't get it because of past failures of,
maybe
situations.
not. I feel like you guys did your wedding. You could easily just spin off into the life of.
Yeah. But that's the
you can only do, but you can still listen, Safaree. You can still do Love and Hip Hop, and then when that show ends, you roll right into your thing.
But of course, you're talking and you're dealing with common sense. Them people, a lot of people, you know how this thing is. People don't deal with common sense.
You can do it. Let me talk about that. You can do it.
Come on, sit the talk. Cause some blood clot idiot. Them people are gonna use some
No, you really can. No, you really can. Like, I can't stand. Don't tell me you can't do something. That'll drive me crazy.
No. I know we can.
For the rest of the night, you can do it. You can do both shows at the same time. For real.
I would love to if people would actually see the quality that's presented in front of them and say, listen, because between, our relationship is definitely what, I don't know if you saw the wedding special, but.
I did. I fell in love with you guys from that show.
That wasn't even the surface of our relationship. There was so much family stuff.
Let me tell you, hold on, look. Let me tell you something, right? For that wedding special, we filmed nonstop for
a month or two.
For like a month, right? Like
every day.
Full wedding special. We filmed it. But then when it came to air it, maybe 80% of what was filmed wasn't shown.
Yeah.
And then it was a big pullback, and they just said, wedding specials don't do good, so we're not going to make it a wedding special, and we're just going to make it a regular episode. So
wedding specials do great. People love to see love.
I don't know what they're talking about.
At Bravo, they think different. VH1, not much. So it's just always a
wedding, child. Bravo have a wedding every year.
Yeah. And it's crazy because, like I started to say, we gave them so much of our family life. Like, I've been on for 10 years, and I don't give much of my son, my mom, my sisters, this, that, and third. I've always been very protective over that side. I just feel like I give so much of myself already that I need something for myself. So when it came down to our wedding special, I'm in such a great place in my life. I feel like it was the time for the audience to really know who I am finally.
Listen, they got to pay for it. Point blank, period.
Listen,
if you want it, you got to pay for it.
They paid for it. We gave it to them. They didn't show it. And I think the disappointment and just how much we opened up and for it not to be used, that whole thing kind of turned us off on okay, do we want to do it again?
Because
that's normal, though.
Yeah, but, I'm just looking at y'all because I just know you can have a show. It may be normal, but it's not normal for somebody to not want a freaking wedding show. Like, most people love to have things like that.
Everything you film, they're not going to keep. They're going to edit.
Yeah, they know everything you film, they're not going to keep.
So 80%
right?
of it is gone. They only want to capture 20%.
But at the beginning, they were supposed to be doing a wedding special. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
they should have did a wedding special. They should have did a wedding special.
All about us, and then last minute they added a whole bunch of nonsense.
They added stuff that just it made no sense to be in our episode. So it was like, okay, cool. Well, that's how y'all want to play it. We know how to deal with it now. You know what I'm saying?
But
I don't give a
at the wedding
beautiful
special.
The weddings, whatever part of the wedding they show, I wouldn't have never known there was most of it on the floor. You guys looked amazing, and that's where I fell in love with you guys at from there. I always liked Safaree when he was with the guys, or when he was with Ray J and all those guys. I love when those four guys would get together and just go crazy with each other. I thought that was so great. It was like male bonding time. And then when I saw you and him together, I thought it was a great, great balance for you guys. Both of you guys are very attractive people. So
you see me?
So how do you feel, Erica, if girls hit on him? How do you feel if guys hit on her?
I'm a Scorpio, so that kind of stuff just turns me
Works
on.
for me, yeah.
Like, you guys want my man, like, yes, like, you know, you're
That
supposed
works.
to want him. You know what I mean? And I just
Don't
feel
work
like
for Safaree.
it's all about him setting, you know, what makes it even sexier is that he kind of does it. He knows they want them, but he doesn't give them that, you know, like possibility or that, you know what I mean? So to me, that stuff doesn't bother me. And that's why I think we work so well together, because we came into it, you know, in our relationship already built in our own, you know, right. And then we just both reeks naturally. So then we came together, it was just like, you know, it comes with the territory. And then
like, look, listen, I'm about my abs. I'm about being rock.
One more time.
Listen, I'm about abs and being rock hard and just letting people see and know what time it is. Like, I like it too. I like to know that guys is looking at her and pictures of her, and that there's probably a guy somewhere in the world jacking off to her. Like, I know that's what it was before I got with her.
He's the type to be like, babe, you haven't posted a sexy picture in quite some time. You falling off.
Word. I told her the other day, I'm like, yo, you posting pictures and you acting like you just some fitness mommy wedding. I'm like, yo, throw some like sexy that you used to do. I don't want to see all of this. Because I'm like, I'm bored looking at it.